Hey Telutizens, back with me again, Ajiko Putrada. I am your lecturer for the course Parallel and Distributed Systems. This is our fourth meeting. We are discussing about inter-process communication. In the first video, we will discuss about what is inter-process communication. Let's start our discussion. So, in the previous video, we have discussed about OC layer. OC layer. OC layer, which there are 7 layers. The topmost layer is the application layer. There are actually 3 sub-layers, which is application, presentation, and session, but all of them can be considered as one layer. And the fourth layer from the bottom is the transport layer, which we know has 2 types of quality of service, which is UDP and TCP. And how does application layer? What is an example of an application layer? Is any software that you create. And how do you want to use UDP and TCP? You use the connection between application layer and UDP layer, which is called middleware layer. Now, the middleware that we will discuss in distributed systems, there are 3 types of middleware. The first one that we will discuss is inter-process communication, or in short, you can call it IPC. And then inter-process communication is the most basic way to communicate between 2 computers. Inter-process communication is then used by other middlewares, which is remote invocation or RMI and indirect communication, that we will discuss in the next meeting. This we will discuss in meeting 5, and this we will discuss in meeting 6. Now we will discuss about inter-process communication. So, as we mentioned earlier, that IPC is the most basic communication. What is meant by that? Here we have an example. For example, we have 2 entities, this one and this one, and this entity wants to send something here, an information. Then I have already mentioned the most basic communication. So here there's an interaction. I have said before that the left one wants to send something, so the most basic communication is send, and of course the second party needs to receive. So IPC consists of sending and receiving, and the first party is called the sender, and the second party is called the receiver. And the technology is called socket. And there are 2 types of socket. There is UDP socket and there is TCP socket. So here we have an illustration of socket. Here there are 2 parties. This one is sending a message to this one. Here we have a square and here we have an oval. Square indicates a computer and oval indicates a process. And here we have bumps, little bumps. These are called ports, which are transport layer addresses that we have discussed earlier. Okay, so that is the end of video 3. In this video we have discussed about some things. The first is inter-process communication, which is called IPC in short, and we have discussed about middleware, and we have discussed about what IPC means. In the next video, we will discuss more about IPC and we will discuss about socket.